Good evening and welcome to a very special episode of Carats and Conversations, hosted by Anil Prabhakar, that's me, and brought to you by SGL Labs Private Limited. Tonight, we have the pleasure of getting into a conversation with not one, but two guests, and they are none other than the gorgeous Gupta sisters. They are the co-founders of India's leading lab-grown diamond jewelry retail company, Wondr Diamonds. So without further ado, let me introduce you to them. That's Aishwarya Gupta, the elder sister, and that's Soundarya, the younger sister. And what a coincidence in a family where Aishwarya and Soundarya both are there. So for dummies who don't know Sanskrit, Aishwarya means wealth and Soundarya means beauty. So beauty and wealth under the same roof in a family. What better than that, So I will begin my conversation with both of them. Welcome Aishwarya, welcome Soundarya.
Thank you.
How are you tonight?
Thank you, Anil. It's such a pleasure to be with you on this show. It's always lovely to be conversing with you. Looking forward for a great talk.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
So, as I said earlier also, you are the first lady of lab-grown diamond jewelry retail because under your leadership, Wondr Diamonds set up India's first retail outlet in Bangalore, in Jayanagar, if I'm not mistaken. From one store to 28 stores today, it has been a fascinating journey. Can you highlight the journey? You can take your turns by doing it. You begin with Aishwarya.
Like you said, it's been such a beautiful journey. It's been wonderful, truly a wonderful journey for us. We started in 2021. We started with one store in Coimbatore in 21. So that was primarily, we wanted to sort of understand how the market would, respond. I mean, we were very, very sure about the concept, but we wanted to test whether it's actually the right time. Every product has a certain time in which it might become successful. You cannot be way too ahead of the market or a little too behind. So we wanted to sort of, we believed in it. We thought, okay, let's test it. So we started our first store in Araspuram in Coimbatore. And the response was fantastic. We were very happy with the response. So within 6 months, we had our second store up and running in T Nagar in Chennai. And then in a few months, we had our Jayanagar, Bangalore store running. And from that time onwards, it was no looking back. And then we started having our online presence in website and of course the social media. And one thing led to another, and now we have 28 stores across Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, and Andhra, Telangana.
And Oman.
And Oman.
Oh, so you already made your international foray.
Yes.
Congratulations. So I am very happy with your focused approach because today, if you see most of the chain stores, they are running after franchises and opening stores left, right, and center in different geographies. So while enthusiasm is understandable, but if you spread yourself too thin, then there are problems. There are a lot of problems going on which people are not willing to discuss. But I'm very glad that you have adopted a focused approach. So out of these stores in the south, what made you straight away go to Oman?
We are doing very well in India, but UAE is one market which we always thought was very robust, and then we got a good opportunity. We found a very nice franchisee partner who could take it forward in that area, and that's how Oman Wondr was born.
So great. So between both of you, I'm sure it's a very cozy and a very small team of family members, both of you, Anirudh, your dad. But how do you actually define the responsibilities so that everybody knows exactly what is to be done? I'm sure there are areas where you need a consensus, but there are some areas where individually you can take a decision. So how have you handled that part of the operational aspect?
I think all of us have stick to our strength, and we've divided each department for each person. Like I take care of the marketing, social media, my sister takes care of the designing, my parents take care of the production, my brother-in-law takes care of all the finance. And in the month end, we review each other's work, give suggestions, and see how things can be done better.
Okay, great. So you started your operations in 21, you said, right? So in the last 5 years, what has been the learning? Can you share some milestones, highlights? Also share some of the errors of judgment you made, and what did you learn from it? It's a open-ended, very elaborate questions, and I invite the views of both of you. So you can start one by one.
Actually, learnings have been plenty, right? I don't know how to summarize the learnings, but we've had learnings in different departments, right? So we have a very elaborate designing and production wing. We have a very elaborate marketing wing, the online presence. We have a very huge think tank which comes up with different campaigns and a lot. So every wing has had its own share of learnings as we grow, because 5 years and more than 5 years, I would say it was from 1 store to 28 store. That journey has been quite long. So the learnings have been plenty, but what we do understand now, the challenge earlier that we had when we started, right, was like people didn't know what is lab-grown diamonds, right? Maybe just a few percentage of people who walked into the store knew what is lab-grown diamonds and was easy to sell. And 90% of people didn't know what is lab-grown diamonds, and most of our efforts were actually in educating them. And now the scenario is changed. So what we have learned over years is the challenges are not going to be the same every point of time. At different phases of business, the challenges are very different, and we need to be very quick in adapting to the challenges. When you're a starting brand, when you're just 1 store, 2 store, your set of challenges are absolutely different, because your team size is also going to be very different. Your kind of customers who are going to come are very different. But when you've grown to 10 stores, you have a decent team size, but you're actually at a tie because you are in want of a bigger team, but you cannot afford a bigger team yet. And your customers have now started coming much repeatedly. And when you grow even more, now you have a team size, now your challenges are very different from what you started off. So one thing that we as a family or a brand are very aware is the challenges are very fast, and they are very different as the brand grows. Different phases have different challenges, so we have to be very creative and address to that little quickly. We can't take our own sweet time, think, and we have to be smart and very timely. This has been our most important learning throughout the journey.
Different markets also have different challenges in terms of design.
Merchandising.
Yeah, merchandising. And like even in the same city, in different stores and different areas, we see that customer behavior is different. So that's one of the challenge.
So out of these 28 stores, in terms of profitability or in terms of sales, which are the top 3 locations, if you can share that?
Chennai is a market that's doing really good for us. Okay. Coimbatore is a market that's doing really good. Bangalore, I would say, is also doing really good.
Bangalore, you have 2 stores, right?
We have 3.
3, okay. See, what I liked about your Bangalore store, Jayanagar, I think it was one of the first stores to be set up in Jayanagar. Okay. And now if you go there, I think there are so many stores, 12, 15, I lost count. And I recently went there. And it is actually on the first floor. It is not on the ground floor. So when I went there and chatted with your staff, what I noticed was the kind of visual merchandising you are doing. Right. I could see mannequins wearing bridal outfits and jewelry, which I did not find in any store. Right. And so you are a trendsetter in the sense that you started on a first floor, and I found that there are 2-3 stores. They also set up operations like Ria Diamonds,
Right.
also on the first floor. So congratulations. So as far as Bangalore is concerned, okay, Jayanagar and the other 2 locations, you specify those locations. What is the difference in terms of consumer behavior, whether it is a homogeneous market? Of course, one city could be a homogeneous market, but at the same time, depending on the location also, there are certain characteristics of the customers who come, what they buy. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Some areas, some areas are very residential, right? Which means they've been in that area for generations. So their buying power, or I would say the way they choose the designs, the choices are very different from newer areas, which has a lot of, say, IT crowd, which is pretty much the floating crowd of Bangalore. Their choices are very, very different. The buying power is different, the pattern is very different, the frequency in which they buy, everything is very, very different between the 2 areas.
So where do the IT guys go and buy? From which store of yours? Which location?
So we have a store in Kormangla,
Okay.
and we have a lot of IT crowd
IT
coming
crowd
there.
Okay.
Kormangala is a
again-
new store that we just launched last month.
Yeah.
So since you said that you focus on the marketing and especially social media marketing. See, today digital market is a given. Digital marketing is a given, and influencer marketing is also quite important. But it is also very tricky thing to choose the right kind of influencer. And I've seen that some on your Insta pages that you have been able to select some gorgeous women, but since I don't know them because they are from the south, so how do you go about this and choosing the right person, and what has been the result of choosing these maybe celebrities or maybe micro influencer, if you can share with us?
Social media influencers has worked like really good for us. It gives you brand awareness, and like we reach a lot of youngsters through that, and then in turn they tell their parents to go and check out the store. So that way it's really helped us. But we have like a whole system to select the influencers. We see the kind of videos they do, the kind of age group that they focus, and the kind of reach that they have. So based on all of that is how we choose the influencer.
Okay, you have used celebrity influencers also?
This year is the first time we've collaborated with a celebrity.
With who?
With Priya Bhavani Shankar. She's a South Indian actress. So
in at least in the Western India, parts of the Western India, they found that paying an influencer just like that doesn't really give results. So they have a means of compensating them, where the influencers get a fixed amount, and the balance is based on the kind of results comes by in terms of sales. So how do you compensate? Do you also follow the same?
no, that's not something that we follow. We generally we do like a fixed amount, but we talk to them about the script and the deliverables and the reach of the video.
Now, if you are to compare the last 2 years, how have they been in terms of performance, sales, profitability?
How has the last year been, you mean?
Yeah, last 2 years, 2024 and 2025.
It's been wonderful. So we've really grown in terms of the number of stores, the volume of sales, and another milestone we had is last year we had a celebrity collaboration. That's being one of the biggest milestones for Wondr, because it instantly boosts the visibility.
Okay.
And to be able to do that and to be able to reach that stage is a great milestone. We've been able to do that because we've grown through the numbers and the number of stores.
So you are a very modest person. You won the Golden Girl Award twice. You have not mentioned it. So congratulations, because of your efforts and because of your outstanding performance of Wondr Diamonds.
The award committee has been very
yeah.
generous.
Okay. And how do you look at the prospects for 2026 and beyond?
We have a very elaborate
Optimistic?
vision for 2026. The entire team at Wondr is working towards that. We definitely like a repeat of 2025 with the way we've grown in 2025, yeah.
And what about the other markets? Are you also looking at other markets?
Yeah. We're mainly focused in South India. We are planning to expand in Bangalore and Hyderabad this year.
So Bangalore would be the fourth store.
Yeah, we have 3 stores now, but we're planning for a 4th store.
And Hyderabad, you are already present, right?
Yeah, in Panjukutta we have a store. We're planning for one more.
You are planning to open one more in Jubilee Hills? Because that is the happening place. Everybody goes there.
Everybody goes there. We're still under market study to identify the right place to be in. But yeah, we'll soon be there.
Okay. What I wanted to understand is a brand denotes trust, because people will buy a product they trust, and Wondr Diamonds is the brand they trust. But at the same time, it is very important to give an assurance to the consumers. That's the role of gemmological labs and diamond certification. So what are your views on certification, and what role do laboratories like SGL play? How do they make life simple for you and life simple for your consumer?
Them, correct. So you are very right, because lab grown in itself being a relatively new concept, the contribution of labs like SGL has been very, very good. Because the moment a customer walks in and we say lab grown diamonds and all of that, and they're still puzzled, right? Okay.
Even now you have to educate them?
Not now. It's just, I'm just trying to put in their the amount of contribution that they've had for the industry. The moment we show the certificate and say it's been, certified, a third-party certification and the lab and all of that, it instantly gets one trust for the customer, and it definitely does help in selling.
But do consumers ask for a specific certificate from a particular lab, or as long as you give them a certificate, they are happy?
As long as it's a renowned brand, they're happy, but they're quite specific that it needs a certificate, and maybe for solitors they're a little more specific.
Okay. So I wanted to also understand your outlook on fancy shapes and fancy colored diamonds. So how has the market been?
So yes, fancy shapes, yes, has been very welcoming. Fancy shapes across sizes has been performing well. Color stones, I think it's a little niche market, and we need to, actually have the right kind of designs and right kind of clientele for that.
Have you developed a line of?
Yeah, we did launch color stones some 2.5, 3 years ago. And that's the observation.
So out of the 28 locations, it's fancy colored diamonds are available in all stores or in specific?
We have it in specific stores because, like I said, it's very niche.
So consumer
Not
acceptance has been encouraging, or how is it? It's still nascent.
It's still nascent. Yeah.
Okay. Now, out of these 28 stores that you have, how many are company owned and how many are franchisee?
We have 12 company owned and rest are all franchises.
So how difficult, or challenging or easy it is to meet franchisee expectations? Because that's a key area today.
Correct. It's a mix of all, right? Not everybody is the same. But we do a lot of process in also filtering the franchisee inquiries that we get. Because it's not always about money, right? Okay. There are different ways to finance a certain business. But franchisee, when we mean franchisee, we are actually looking at a partner to grow the brand. It has to work for both. So we try and filter out people where both the wavelengths match. Both the parties have, a similar vision. We believe in a certain way of doing business. We believe in a certain culture of running the business, and we believe that these things will work for this market. So we try and do a lot of filtration before we sort of finalize on one particular franchise. So that bit of exercise has been very useful.
Okay, great. And before we end our conversation, I would like to know, you have been visiting various trade shows, maybe in India, of course, maybe abroad also. So, what are the takeaways? What do you get by visiting trade shows? Because there are so many of them happening.
That's right.
So, can you share your thoughts on that?
That's right, that now that it's too many shows happening, of course we try and see all the shows, but it's never possible to see all the shows because it's too many shows, too close to each other, it just gets a little cluttered. But we do try to visit substantial number of shows because one is you try to understand what's coming up next and what's going on now, what's new, and we meet the people from the industry. That's also very important to meet people.
So, any of the international trade shows that you found very useful in terms of learning, in terms of understanding new technologies?
The Hong Kong
Can you
show,
name any of them?
Usually we go to the Hong Kong show, but
Okay,
I
so
don't
that
know,
is
once
your
a year.
favorite show.
Yeah.
And having made a foray in Oman, do you have plans to expand your reach to the US market also?
So we were doing exhibitions in the US.
That's the reason I'm asking.
Right. We were doing exhibitions in the US, but we want to do it one at a time. We don't want to just try and do something very big. So we want to take baby steps before we are fully confident and go full on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people are already talking about omni-channel, and everybody has understood that a brand needs to have a presence offline as well as online. So how has been your experience, because you have presence on both the media?
That's right.
So what is your opinion? So
I think it really helps to have an online presence. A lot of our customers check our online website and then come to the store, and they also visit the store once and then they order online whenever they want. It really helps them to give an idea of what we are selling before they enter the store.
So it's not necessary that they will buy online. They will look at the product.
They get an idea of what we are selling and then they come to the store. Yeah.
Wonderful. It has been lovely talking to you, and wish you a very successful New Year 2026 and beyond. And sky is the limit for you to grow. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
We
so
appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you.